Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniela, and if you're new here, I make upcycling videos, outfit from scratch, and some basic DIYs. It's been a long time since I have posted a long form video. I know there are a lot of things that are going on, and I recently changed my job, so there has been a lot of things that are keeping me busy. So I don't get enough time. Please bear with me for some time, I would say, and then probably after that, I would be posting regularly the long form videos. But yes, in this video, we will be seeing how did I make the wrap dress, and this will just be the cutting video. I will be posting the stitching video tomorrow. Again, I have done this after a long time, so in case anything suggestion or improvement, anything you have, just write them down in the comment section, and I will keep them in my mind in the next video. Now, without any further delay, let's get into yeah. Now, without any further delay, let's get into the video. We're going to start with the tutorial. You need basic bodice. I have already created a video on how to create your basic bodice. I will add the link of that video here so you can also check it out. You have to check it out before you continue with this video. Now, I will still tell you what are the measurements. Okay, first of all, this is the bust point, this is the under bust, and this is the waist. Okay, this lines. Now, from top to bust is 9.5, and then this is 12, and this is at 15. Okay, for the bust measurement, I have taken it as 8, and for waist measurement, I have taken it as 6.5. Here there is no darts. You can see that there is no dart here. So I didn't add any darts. I just directly, whatever was the measurement, I have added it here, which is 6.5, and then I just joined that particular point. Okay. Now, for the front bodice, okay, these both are front bodices, and this is how your front part looks like. You have to make it on fold, because when you're making a wrap dress, you will be drawing a line here. Okay, so you need it like this. On the other hand, this is the back part. Okay, I'm just going to draw a line here. Okay, now yeah, this is the back part. Back part is just a simple back part, however it is. Again, here also I have not added darts. If you want to add, you can go ahead, but I do not require darts here, so I have not added any darts. Now, for the wrap dress, you know there is always this wrap, right? It goes like this. So what I will do is I'm going to take this scale, and how much ever you want your sleeve to be, okay, I'll take it like this. It's a random one. You don't have to be very precise. I mean, depends what you want. If you have a particular width that you want for the shoulder, you can take it. I just took it randomly. And now this is the bust point. I'm going to add 1 inch here. I'm going to mark a point at 1 inch here, and then I'm going to draw a line like this that will go through this particular point. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a line like this. Okay, now this is going to be my wrap. So I will be cutting this part. I didn't add here this particular part, but okay, so this is the part that you will be cutting. You will also need it like this, but these two will be similar anyway, so you will just be cutting this particular part. Okay, so now you have your front ready. For back, whatever this is, you can just take it as it is. Okay, I forgot to show you about the back part, the sleeve width. So this is the front part. Okay, this is how the front part will look like after cutting it. It looks like this. Okay, now your other side is basically just going to be the replica of it. So I'm just going to mark it as front. Now one more thing. Okay, if you want, okay, what you can do is you can just mark a point here at 1/2 inch, and you can just make it like this if you want. Okay, this is not a necessary. necessity or whatever you call it, but it's like this. If you want, you can do this, and yeah, but I can be with this is fine for me. Okay, now for the back part. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep my front part on it to see the width that I want, and I'm just going to, this is fine, but I'm just going to make it like this. Okay, it will be like this, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. So this is going to be your front part and this is going to be your back part. Okay, back part needs to be cut on fold. Basically your waist measurement, which is for me would be for the back. Okay, if you take just for the back, okay, for the full waist measurement is 26, and then plus seam allowance, whatever seam allowance you have. So I have 4-inch seam allowance, one on each side, right? So 4-inch of seam allowance, which is 30. Okay, now we have to do is 30 divided by 3.14, okay, is equal to 9.5. now, okay, so this is the one, this is for the back. Okay, we'll see for the front later, but this is for the back. Okay, so now what I have done is I have folded the things like this, and then whatever markings you got, right, 9.5 I got, I'll just keep it here, and I'm going to mark 9.5 here. So like this, I'm just going to go ahead and mark it like this, 9.5, 9.5. Okay, and then just go ahead and measure it. Okay, so it's almost this much, you can see, and this measurement should be same as this one. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, now you will be cutting it here, but now whatever length that you want. Now the next is length of the skirt. Okay, you decide whatever you want. I'm taking it as 18 inches. Okay, so 9.5 plus 18 inches is how much? 27.5. Okay, if you want 18 inches, you can also make it at 28, so that half inch of seam allowance, up to you. Okay, so maybe I'll take 28. Okay, now what you have to do is that 28, you need to start from here and go ahead and mark that 28 here. Sure, if you can see, but let's see. Okay, so this is 28, you can see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mark that 28 everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to do it like this. I'm just going to make sure that this is 28. Sorry, I marked it a little wrong, so I'm just going to mark it right. This is 28. Okay, now this is back. Okay, in case you want your back part to be a little longer, what you can do is you can just make it a little like this. Okay, then it will be a little longer if you want. Okay, that's up to you. I'll just make it a little longer, so you know, to be comfortable. Fine, and now you have to go ahead and cut it. Okay, now you see that I have cut here. You can see this is the line, but I've cut it here. Okay, because this is going to be 7.5. This is my exact measurement. This is not. As you go ahead, it will keep on increasing. This length keep on increasing. So this is where the stitching is going to be. Okay, and I'm always scared about the length, so I just added a little more. Up to you. If you want to keep it as it is, you can cut it on this line, but I was scared I would just make it too short, so that's why I added it here. Okay, this is done. Now this is for the back. Okay, now for the front. You know, you don't have a normal front this time, you have this sort of a front. So you have this extra part. Okay, so you have to calculate what is this part. Okay, I'm going to calculate it around 11. Okay, let's talk about it. Front is 11. Okay, now you have to do it into 4, which is 44. Now 44 divided by 3.14 is how much? Okay, so that becomes 14. Okay, so now what you have to do is 14 will be what you will be tracing here. Okay, you can see here you'll be tracing 14. So if I take it from here, let's trace 14, because you have to basically 14 here, and then 14 plus whatever is the length. So I'm taking length as 18, which is going to be 32 with 32.5 or 33 if you want to take. Okay, 32, let's take 32. Okay, 32.5 is okay. So I have marked here this part, and if you measure that, it's 11 as it was for the front. Okay, so whatever was there for this part is the same here. Okay, with the seam allowance, of course. If you see this is also 11. So this is how it will look like once you cut it. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to separate this. So now you have to, okay, so I'll just take this. Okay, now it's done. Now we have also cut these ties. I'll tell you the length. Okay, these are like 2 of them. Okay, and the length is 17, 34. Okay, we need 2 of them. Okay, now about the pockets. Okay, how to cut the pockets and how to stitch them. So for pocket, I'm just going to give you a very simple trick. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to do this. Okay, first of all, like this, you have to do it like this, and then you have to mark this point. If you don't keep enough distance, then it will be difficult for you to insert the hand. Okay, so this and this would be the starting point and the ending point. Okay, now if you add seam allowance, it will be here, and this is going to be here. Now this should be whatever is your seam allowance in the top. So I'm going to make it as 1 inch. Okay, and this will also be like 1 inch. After that, what you have to do is you have to keep your hand like this. Okay, and then trace the pocket around it like this. That's it. Okay, that's all you have to do. So you just have to trace hand, and your pockets are done. Okay, this is what is done. And then if you want, you can keep it something to see if it's enough. So now just go ahead and cut it. So now just going to, okay, now this is done. These are the pockets. This needs to be 4 for both the pockets. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so once your cutting is done, you have to also cut the lining fabric. Okay, so you can see I have also cut the lining fabric for all the pieces. Okay, also for the pockets I have cut the lining fabric just to make it, you know, strong, I would say. So I've cut lining fabrics for everything. Now let's start the stitching.